Yeah, just in time for the sing-along. Oh, I wish I was
An Oscar Mayer wiener.
Okay, enough of that, I guess.
That is what I truly like. Now I'm going to have that earworm all day, guys.
I know.
Thanks
We
so
just
much.
had to get it out of our system. That's all. That's how it works. Yeah.
It is time for Inside the Game with the one, the only Steve Clark. Steve, you're just off the water. I hope you're feeling stable on land once again. Welcome back from the Good News Cruise. It's good to have you with us, brother.
My baloney has no first name. It's O-S-C-A.
Yes.
Now we just need to get your prediction. Which of the 6 Oscar Mayer Wiener
right.
Mobile is going to win the race? Hey, big Olympics going on, Steve. I know you've been on the water. Have you been able to watch much of that, engage in much of that while you've been on the high seas?
So on the high seas, we don't get the Olympics whatsoever. Right. And we didn't get streaming either. But I have been keeping track. And, as always, the one sport that seems to captivate everybody once every 4 years, it's curling.
It's curling.
And every 4 years, we go through the same thing. Yeah. What is this game? Yeah. How does it work? I don't know what's going on, but I love it. And then there's no follow through. And then we start this process again 4 years later. But the American teams are doing well. In fact, the U.S. men's curling team upset Sweden, the 2022 gold medal winners back then 4 years ago. So, I mean, they're off to a strong start. Mixed doubles, I think they got a silver or something like that, first time they've ever medaled. And the women beat Canada. So, anytime that happens, we start feeling strong about our Northern Canadian, sports. But curling is truly a Canadian pastime. I mean, it is like, playing golf or going bowling to, affixed to our generation. Every Friday night, it's about going out and having a beer and doing some curling at the Bonspiel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously, people just need to recall Broomgate. I mean, if you're not familiar with Broomgate from the 2014 Olympics, where they one of the teams actually engineered the brooms to have an advantage.
Really?
No kidding. You don't remember this?
I mean, no, I do not.
I'm not making this up. And which team was it? I've forgotten. It was Canada. Then, yeah, they had engineers who engineered the brooms, and they got in trouble. Yeah.
Well, and now they're issuing. I mean, there's cheating going on in curling, if you can believe that now, when they're touching the stone twice or something.
Yeah, it's a double touch of the stones this time. Last time it was all about the brooms. So, it is a fascinating sport. I have to give it to you. I watched it just thinking it was going to be funny to watch many years ago, and then as you said, Steve, every 4 years I'm glued to the TV every time curling comes on, and have since gotten involved, gone to the local curling club a few times to watch the competition here. It's really incredible. They use brooms. They use brooms, by the way. Brooms, I say.
I bet you Eileen's happy. Use those around the house,
I did this
Dave.
once.
Yeah, you did.
I did this once.
Okay.
I was 12 years old, and it was on the spur of the moment. My dad was filling up gas. Guess what? I was coming back from a Saturday morning bowling league, and they said, we need a fourth for curling. And so my dad volunteered, both him and me, and we went out there and we put like UPS and FedEx tape on the bottom of our tennis shoes so that we can kind of slide but have a little bit of traction. Because, apparently curling shoes are like golf spikes. They cost a lot of money. So out there on the ice, and the only thing that I could do was sweep.
Yeah.
You just go out there and slide and sweep when they tell you, and don't sweep when they tell you to stop. But as far as how difficult it is, those stones are 40 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
So they're like 40-pound dumbbells. You glide across the ice in stretching maneuvers and yoga poses that I can no longer do.
Right.
But I was 12 years old, and I threw 8 stones.
8 stones.
And
yeah.
I got one of them in the house. The other 7 were overthrown and knocking people out of their tables and their drinks. My dad didn't even.
Oh, Steve, hello.
This kind of shows you how difficult it is for a beginner just to even to get one on the playing surface. But those guys who do those things, it looks easy, but it is not, and it's a lot more complicated than shuffleboard on ice.
Very true. So what other Olympic
All right,
things
that
are
was
you
a
looking at?
showstopper.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we're coming. Sunday's the wrap, and we're getting there on the Olympic count. We're succeeding in areas that we thought we might. We're not doing well in some areas that we thought we might, but we got a little time yet to make up some ground.
Yeah, so the U.S. is 17, or I'm sorry, they have 17 medals in the count. They're third behind Norway and the host country, Italy, who has 22 medals, Norway with 26. And yep, a week's worth to go. I feel like, though, half of the Winter Olympic sports were made by Americans to begin with.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we're losing you.
Way to create U.S. dominance.
Yeah, there you go. And
Okay.
I think every skeleton participant should get a medal. When you're sliding down that small little sled and you're going 80 miles an hour, I'm sorry. I worry about that.
Or faster.
Yeah.
And I love the idea.
Yeah.
I mean, that one really entices me to something to try on a much lower scale. That seems like fun.
At my age, I'm not
tried
even sure I want a sled.
Yeah, I tried luging on my back about 25 years ago.
Wow.
And I didn't like being on my back and trying to steer with my legs. I like being on my chest and steering with my shoulders and arms up front and know where I'm going, as opposed to peering my head up to make sure that I don't crash into the sidewalls. I'd actually prefer skeleton over luge if I had to do something personally.
That's all in the controls. Personally, I like to participate in the sport via my remote control, and I can operate that one-handed.
You got to train with your left, though.
Oh, you're right.
You got to be a two-way watcher, Ron. You got to be able to move that left thumb.
That's what I'm lacking.
Hey guys, before we go ahead, Dave.
I was just going to say, to me, it's all about bringing people to Jesus, and I can't imagine any sport that brings more people to Jesus than luge. You're on your back, man. I mean, you can't see anything. You got to be praying.
Everybody doing luge or skeleton are doing extra signs of the cross before they get on board. I think I've kind of noticed that too, Dave. Good observation on your point. Before we get out of here, college basketball, Big Ten standings this past week, there was a lot of movement. Once was a four-way tie. Now has the Michigan Wolverines up by 2 games against the rest of the competition. Michigan beating UCLA over the weekend by 30. They have 5 games remaining in the Big Ten schedule, but they're going to be tough. Starting with Purdue at Mackey Arena in West Lafayette, a game that I'm going to tomorrow night, if anybody cares.
Oh, yeah.
And then Michigan's playing a non-conference game against Duke, who's supposed to be a number 1 seed in a neutral site in Washington, D.C., before going to Illinois, the number 8 team ranked in the country, and playing them. So there's a lot of games, backloaded on the schedule for the Big Ten's top contenders. I can't wait for it.
Inside the game, Steve Clark, thank you so much. Appreciate that. Welcome home.